traffic control, bring in New York. Roger that. Bring in Canada. 10-4. Gentlemen, we have liftoff.
Bam! We are back again for number 10. Cave Crew Radio, Season 10. Let's go. CaveCrewRadio.com.
Let's go. I think my cheeks are still hurting from last week.
Well, we get to talk this week, which is a good thing. I mean, I don't mind getting a week off.
Yeah, it was hard last week, but that guy, talk about not taking a breath.
Oh my God! From the moment we started, and I said it last week, I was shocked and amazed that he had a book of notes for the show.
He was
and
ready.
He just went topic to topic without taking. It's almost like somebody writing a long text without any punctuation marks.
Yeah.
That's what that was.
And you and I, we have stories and we have kind of a guideline, but the atmosphere never happens until we're actually conversing, right?
Right.
He I don't know if he's the same way.
I don't know. I would love to talk to him, just meet him somewhere in person and just hang out and see what he's like when he's not on.
I don't know.
I bet you he's just a very calm, relaxed individual.
I don't see it. But he says he reads a lot and he writes a lot, so you got to be calm to do those kind of things, right?
Well, yeah, of course you got to stay focused and focus on the task at hand. So you can't be all over the place, going 1,000 miles an hour when you want to read or write some of your bits.
But I'm pretty sure I could not do stand up. Like, we like to make people laugh and stuff, and I think if we sat on stools and did a show together, we could make people laugh. But I don't think like a audience egging him on or anything would bother him, because he's just like a bulldozer.
Well, he's described it, and I've watched clips of him and from some of his shows. He's interactive with the audience, so the audience egging him on, he would encourage that.
Well, and he took some of our comments and just bounced off with it, like right. Isaac, Children of the Corn, and no, he's something else. He's something else. So I know the epicenter is your segment, but I am the epicenter of all things rain on the weekends.
Ooh.
Like,
right.
July is normally around here like dry. People are, we need rain. We need some rain for our grass. Yet all it does is rain every weekend now.
So you can't be barbecuing. You can't hang out in your gazebo or in your hot tub.
Last week we were in the gazebo on Saturday and it was pouring. We were literally trapped. But we were safe. We were dry. I smoked ribs and chicken on Sunday.
Okay.
It was okay, but normally I like to get out, get the yard work done Saturday, yada yada, and it's raining every Saturday here.
Well, you don't have to water at least. But now, so this I have to ask now, because the war with your neighbor about the grass length, if you haven't been able to go out and cut it and it's been raining, it's going to grow quicker. Has there been shots fired for the length of the grass?
No. So we're back at a point of peace.
Oh.
He is now not liking the way I do it, so he is cutting it, and literally came out one day. Because here's the other thing I never told you. He has a camera on the front porch.
Okay.
And he came out the other night and he's like, I was watching you on the camera. I'm like, what do you do all day? I know you don't understand English, You're staring out at our front yard, which is really not that exciting.
Right.
Most of us go to work. I saw you on the camera. It comes, don't touch your lawn. No problem.
Wait,
And he even cuts mine now a little bit shorter, the way I like it.
so he doesn't want you to do your lawn at all. He has
No.
now assumed both lawns.
Yeah, he doesn't. He thinks, well, I'll admit, I cut mine a little short in normal years,
Mhm.
so I don't have to do it every week.
Right.
Where he likes this perfect. He loves lawns. This guy.
So that seems to be his hobby. His hobby is, for you, it's just something to do on a weekend, a chore that you have to do, cut the lawn. For
Right.
him, it's a hobby. Like, he invests time into this, and I'm sure he has fertilizer going and all
Oh,
this lawn health care.
29.99. 29.99 is what he tells me.
What is that?
I have no idea. It's probably a barrier of nitrogen, hydrogen, and I don't know what the other one would be. But his other hobby is with his little camera that turns around like a robot,
Mhm.
and he watches everything. I know I'll never get robbed, ever.
But on the flip side, you can also never commit a crime in your house or in front of friends.
I've thought of going outside and defecating, but my wife won't let me do it.
Well, you can't, because it'll be on camera.
Who cares? I want to retire anyway.
Well, you would retire in a jail cell if you did
3
that.
square meals every day. Anyway, he's a weird guy, but he's honestly the perfect neighbor you could have, Bigby.
So I have a little bit of breaking news, going back to our other show that will resume in September. I just got an update from ESPN. So former Coyote Alex Galchenyuk, who they signed, and then now they're terminating his contract.
12 days ago. Yeah.
Right. It says he repeatedly used racial slurs and threatened to kill 2 cops during a traffic stop last weekend.
So how does a Russian use racial slurs in the USA?
Well, I'm sure he speaks English.
Okay.
Mike Jolitz also texted me. He said, "Send me an invite, please."
Oh, okay. I'll do that right now. So you carry the last minute here.
So that was the breaking news. Still waiting for still have some update. Like, I kind of wish we were still doing the hockey show, because there's still updates and stuff that we need to discuss. Like what's going on with Patrick Kane, and everybody's waiting on Tarasenko, and Matt Dumba may go to Arizona.
Austin Matthews, Carlson, Nylander.
Yeah, so I mean, there's a lot going on, and you keep posting from that House of Hockey shitty site.
Yeah, never again. I don't trust it. When I saw it, I'm like, oh my God, this is fantastic. We finally signed him. The thing that's going to screw my kid up is that he has a Riley jersey and he has a Nylander jersey. And if Nylander gets traded, it's kind of like the dudes that still have the FNUF jersey.
Oh, Nylander's gone. But what, I'm curious why not O'Reilly, not a Ryan O'Reilly. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, we're gonna mute Mike Jolitz. He's like a train wreck.
I thought that was you. I thought you fell over.
No, why are you always accusing me of this stuff? I had one bad show.
Well, I didn't know Mike was on. I hear this crash and bang.
Well, you know it's Mike. He's new to this. Give him some credit. Anyway, we got to go live. What was your who?
No, is it a Ryan O'Reilly jersey?
No, he's got a Morgan Riley.
Morgan, okay, yeah. Okay.
Who I think is not going anywhere, but he also has a Nylander jersey. It just sucks. But And he kind of has blonde hair, and he's like 6'4", and some kid pointed to him. And the last time we went to a game, we went like, "Oh my God, it's William Nylander!" Yeah, not quite. He skates on his ankles. All right, he skates on his ankles. Is what he does. All right, Mike Jolis is going to join us live, ladies and gentlemen. He's on mute because I don't know what he does. He like throws his kids around the room or something.
He makes an entrance.
Yeah. Big time. He's new, though. Give him a chance. All right, we're going to turn on Pulse Talk Radio. We're going to turn on our radio right here. And we're back live. We got a fun show. We're going to have a good time.
The show is about to start.
We have liftoff.
In 3, 2, 1.
So enjoy your endless summer. Here on Cave Crew Radio, and we'll keep this party going till we're buried as deep in snow.
Play your guitar, man. Come on.
There was a time when the world turned their back upon men. Men with a dream and savage yearning within them. Legions compelled by passion that knows no boundary. A consuming flame that defies plausible explanation. Battling the forces of domestication, they find the courage to band together to experience the awesome power of being men.
I mean, that's how to do that. Yes, you have to get into, which I say this with all due respect.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Tonight's broadcast of The Masculine Feminist has been commandeered by the secret society No Ma'am.
Gotta go to a place like a shot and a beer, steak, man. Saying we can stop, get pancakes, and then we'll get laid, all right?
Why do you drink ice cold beer on a hot day?
Mr. Clavin, what else are you gonna do with it?
To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
The Yankees are champions of baseball! It's a power play goal!
This is Cave Crew Radio.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Cave Crew Radio. I'm ready for Thunder Rolls. Well, it's actually my name is DK. It's great to be here with you, everyone. Here in Windsor, Ontario. Mike Jolis has no sound. Check your speaker box there. We hear you. We hear you. Anyway, live every Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on Cave Crew Radio. Like I said, I'm DK. I'm live in my cave in Windsor, Ontario. Completely sober, to much of Big B's chagrin, but I'm being thrown a loop, as always. Yes, we hear you. Tell him we hear him. Live on KQRadio.com, live on Facebook, live on YouTube, live on Pulse Talk Radio FM in England. Many of our affiliates carrying the show later, and we also are available wherever podcasts can be found. Last week, we didn't have much of a chance to talk, but if you want to giggle for 2 hours, go back and listen to last week with Raymond the Amish comic. Well, our third wheel is figuring things out, and he's got a major part of the show, so I hope it works, is our good friend in Queens, New York.
And now, he is the king of the sovereign county of Urine Stench and Stenchlandia, the commander-in-chief of the Water Gypsies, the self-proclaimed president of the United States, a university graduate, and always the epicenter of something. Ladies and gentlemen, His Royal Highness, Big B.
Yes, live from Queens, New York, I am King B, King of Stenchlandia and the Water Gypsies, your president-elect of the United States of America, and as always, the epicenter of something. This week, I'm actually the epicenter of all things, basically the calm before the storm. It was kind of a quiet week. Nothing much is going on, but in the next 3 weeks to a month, every single weekend, I got my wife's birthday coming up. I got kids, a couple.
At that time of year. Okay.
It's that time of year. So I got my wife's birthday coming up next week. I got my kids, not my kids, but I got a few kids' birthday parties that my son has been invited to. So we got to get gifts and prepare for that. Then I have a big barbecue that I'm making food for to bring to my friend's house. So I got to get ready for that. So the next 3 weeks to a month is going to be very busy. So this week was really the calm before the storm. It's like very quiet this week.
Good.
My older kid is helping out at a camp at his school. He's like not a camp counselor, but like just one of the older kids that kind of direct the younger kids.
This is
yes,
older. Yeah. Okay. Good for him.
He's off doing that. My younger son is just home playing, and kind of this week work was quiet. My wife was, just her regular work. So nothing much this week, but it's going to get hectic in the weeks to come.
I do need to tell you, I don't think I told you this. So August 4th, I will miss that Friday. We are going to Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Ooh, look at that. And that's the next day is the barbecue. So
it works out.
Works out.
But okay, here he comes again.
He said he was going to try to reconnect.
So much fun. I hear him. He's banging. Maybe if he wasn't so hard on his equipment. Can you hear us?
I can hear you. I'm not sure how well you hear me because microphone is not connected.
We hear you perfectly.
Okay, good.
So that must be kind of like Area 51 down there because your microphone's working perfect.
It's going through the computer, so I don't know. Go figure.
There you go. It's all right.
How does your microphone affect your hearing?
For some reason, when it was plugged in to the computer, it just wiped out the headphones. I don't know.
Okay, so introduce our guest, Big B, who's a regular participant, but
so we go from one legend last week to another. This week, everybody knows him from the Mike Jolitz show, and of course, Mike reads the news here on this show, and the newest segment, Twitter Shits, which everybody loves. We welcome from Surprise, Arizona, the one and only Mr. Mike Jolitz.
Hey, how are you guys doing? I am baking out here. It's 117 degrees.
That was gonna be my lead-in question. All over even the local news is how Arizona has, I mean, you're used to hot, but it's real hot.
It is, yeah. Plus it's getting muggy as well, so.
Oh, where are you getting humidity from? The cactus?
Seriously.
The pool.
Well, it's monsoon season, so once we get so much humidity in the air, then we get rain.
I didn't think you guys got rain or humidity.
Yeah, I mean it's like 30%, maybe a little more. But
I'm curious.
Here.
Hold
We're
on.
99%.
So let me see. I'm checking now. Okay, you're at 14% humidity. We are here in New York. Let me go to it. I am at 78% humidity.
Yeah, and I'm higher.
You are not humid there at all.
Yeah, I'm higher than
No, that's true. But when it's 117 with anything over like 10%, you start to feel it.
No, I get it, but so right now I'm showing for Surprise 113, but it feels like 111 with 14% humidity.
So, here's the question. When it is like 117, 118, whatever it is there, what is the temperature in the pool?
That is true.
I think it was 90 last time I was
So
in there a
even
couple
at
days ago.
90, it probably chills you when you jump in.
There's a little shock there, but it doesn't last long. It's nice. I love it.
Isn't that crazy that the pool temperature is 90 degrees and it feels cool compared to the outdoor outside temperature?
Anything lower than where you are is going to feel.
No, of course, but because it's so extreme. Usually, like here in New York, you would have the pool at like 72 or whatever it is to feel the difference. When it's 117 degrees and the pool is 90, you feel cooled off in 90
That's
degree
27 degrees. So what is normal, Mike? What is normal right now?
What, temperature wise or pool water wise?
No, temperature wise.
Temperature wise is about right. Is about right. Yeah.
Really?
Mhm.
117?
Yeah. It's great. I'm like so brown.
It's 13% humidity, Big B. That's the.
Coming from a very humid place here in New York, I get it. It's 117, and when I was there, it was 112. It's hot, but as far as I was concerned, there was zero humidity, so I could still breathe. If it was 117 here, it would be 80% humidity. The air would be so thick, I wouldn't be able to breathe at all. So that's the main difference.
Same as here.
Yeah.
Same as here.
Yeah, because you're by the water as well. You're by the lake, the Great Lakes up there.
He also probably doesn't have smog or Canadian forest fires to deal
not
with.
Have Canadian forest fires like we do. Here in New York, we get to deal with the Canadian
there's none of
forest
that, but there is. Right. Yeah, but there is a lot of traffic pollution and not quite smog like LA, but there's some to it. Yeah. So you can see it in the air.
You have your own wildfires to deal with out there too, right? Because there's a fire season.
Yes, yeah, we do get those out here.
So wait a minute. I'm a little bit perplexed on this because, much to Big B's chagrin, I'm pretty much sober this week.
Oh,
what exactly is burning in Arizona?
Well, there's up in the mountains. There's obviously trees. There's vegetation. So they've had pretty good wildfires up there. Out in the desert, even though it's not a lot to burn, there's still tumbleweeds and other stuff that can burn. So that's what happens.
So, like, I'm in Arizona. I got to get there and see you, Mike. It's on my agenda.
Cool.
I'm driving through the desert. I'm on highway, whatever it is. And like what? Tumbleweeds are imploding in front of me? Like those bombs you step on in Afghanistan or what?
Yeah, no, it's not like IED. It's more so of an occasional tumbleweed will cross your path, but not really.
Yeah, but is it burning? Is it like, am I going to think I'm Moses in front on Mount Sinai?
I've never been close enough to really see how it works, but if you see it on TV, it looks pretty horrific. So
And I've seen when I was out there, we're looking at the signs. You probably take them for granted, Mike, because you're out there, so you kind of ignore the signs. But we, when we're out there driving around, we were looking at everything, and you see signs on the highway like "Don't throw out your cigarettes." It's fire season. No campfires anywhere. So all along the highways, when you're driving those desert roads, there's signs everywhere, don't throw cigarettes out, don't throw this out, don't throw that out because of burning season. And Mike is right. So where Mike is, it's desert country. If you go to the north, if you go north as you're going towards the Grand Canyon, that's in a much higher elevation. And once you get up there, it doesn't seem like you're in Arizona anymore because there's forest around. There's all these true forest land in northern Arizona, and that's where the wildfires would happen, burning the forest, much like they do in California and like they're doing in Canada.
Right, and they have 4 seasons up north as well.
Mm-hmm.
So we just have hot or not. Up there, they got spring, summer, winter, fall, all of it.
Yeah,
it's true.
Yeah, you can go up to Flagstaff and there'll be snow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Before I continue on with the agenda, is Mrs. B doing her thing or not?
She is. She's not here yet.
Hang on. Let's.
She's not here yet.
Oh,
I gave her because she's making she's not making an original drink. I had to give her some of the alcohol that I have down here, and she was making it. I don't know where she is at the moment.
so you're having rocket fuel.
Right.
Well, if all goes to plan, it's supposed to be a tequila sunrise.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
And Mike, what are you having? It looks like water.
I was just having a Mountain Dew. That's it.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
oh,
There it is.
hang on. Here we go,
Look at
ladies and
this.
gentlemen.
Mrs. B presents the drink of the week.
The drink of the week, ladies and gentlemen, which Big B has already spoiled, is a something you can get at you can get at Texas Lone Star or Applebee's or
Yes, so this is a tequila sunrise, and she's
very nice though.
she's garnished it with a maraschino cherry inside the orange.
Yeah.
And this is basically tequila, grenadine, and orange juice. That's basically it.
Beautiful.
No,
And only
no
one.
sandwich.
No sandwich on top this week. No.
No, no
this is
pitcher,
just-
no extra.
No, there's no extra. This is it. This is a double, she says.
Good. And but by the way, last week you poured like you're accusing me of all this stuff. You poured like a shake glass full of booze. Did you drink it or?
Yes.
Okay.
You don't remember? I showed it to the camera. It was just about gone.
I don't know. I was so busy laughing. I didn't have time for anything. And by the way, Mike, he says he loves you. So you got an
I heard
endorsement
that.
from a pretty.
I heard that. I went like this because I really appreciate that. That's cool.
I think you're more popular than you think. All right, so Mike, are you ready? You're the next one up here on the agenda. It is time for, well, I don't care what anyone else thinks. My favorite segment, ladies and gentlemen, and I've got everything queued up. Here we go.
Mike Joe, it's Twitter shit. You write the tweets and he reads it. Mike Joe, it's Twitter shit. You write the tweets and he reads it. Mike Joe, it's Twitter shit. You write the tweets and he reads the fucking shit. All right. All right.
My pencil is ready. My favorite part.
All right, awesome. All righty, guys. It is now time for the Twitter shits. Today's episode is on the 2023 WNBA All-Star Skills Challenge. It's going on right now as we speak. And I know, yawn. Here's what Twitter said about that. At Butt Nugget tweeted, "Best of luck, ladies. Most of America has other shit to do." At Colin Hunter tweeted, "Lower the hoops to 8 feet, maybe." A.S. Scholl tweeted out, "Skills is an exaggeration." At David No Fucks Given tweeted, "With all the press ESPN is giving, 3 more people might watch." At Jason Speaking tweeted, "I'm sure all of the young men will be average." At Hey Howard tweeted, "When is the layup competition? Can't miss that."
Ooh, should be a barn burner.
Oh, right, exactly.
Sorry, I'm writing frantically.
Yeah, sorry. At Lisa Loves Cock tweeted, All-Star Week already? At Andy Dong tweeted, "Some serious sandwich making skills right there." Fembot tweeted, "I would really like to know the rating numbers on this shit show."
6.
Yeah.
As in 6 people are watching.
Right. At Shelly Has a Big Cat tweeted, "And the Hardly crowd goes wild." And finally, in the Twitter shits, from Lance tweeted, "I wonder what will draw the most viewers, the layup competition or perhaps the airball shootout."
And may I add, Jay Vegas chimed in and he said, "The fan went wild."
Right.
I don't see him. Why don't I see him?
I don't know.
Hang on a minute.
Oh, I do have one more Twitter shit that I forgot that I had.
Oh.
There's no funny name, so I'll just tell you what it is. From Andrew, it says, "Is dunking one of the skills?"
All right, I'm really struggling with this one, guys. And anyone else in chat, Jay Vegas, anyone else out there?
I only saw Jay Vegas.
Feel free to come in. Oh man, this is gonna get tough now. Number 5, Ava, no fucks given.
There you go. All right.
Number 4, butt nugget.
I have that too.
Number 3, some of these are so simple, they're awesome. Jason speaking. Scratch Jason speaking. Number 3, hey, Howard. Because my original number 1 was Lisa loves cock. But my favorite one tonight was...
And the number 1 Twitter handle is
Shelly has a big cat.
That is. Let me write that down.
Any others, guys? Any others?
I also had butt nugget. I had Lisa loves cock. That's just funny. But my favorite was colon hunter.
Oh, I missed that one.
Yeah, second one.
What was it? Shelly has a big cat. Is that what it was?
Yes.
Yeah, Shelly has a big cat. You got to say it right, though. It's not just Shelly has a big cat. Shelly has a big cat.
Right.
That is now.
It's Twitter shit. You write the tweets and he reads it. Mike Joe, it's Twitter shit. You write the tweets and he reads it. Mike Joe, it's Twitter shit. You write the tweets and he reads the fucking shit. All right.
Guys, I got to tell you, when there is no Twitter shits, and I'm sure it takes a lot of work, I am so disappointed.
Oh, sorry.
You know what? New segment of the year I'm going to vote for.
Cool.
But we have another new segment, and it's a work in progress, guys. It's called Choo Choo Stew AI. Very short, very simple. They're working on it behind the scenes. AI is very new, so you got to be patient with us as we develop the character of Choo Choo Stew AI. But that is what we're doing now, and we will need to mute, guys.
A real quick hello to Bacon, by the way.
Oh, hey, Bacon. Great to see you.
Coming over. Check. This is Choo Choo Stew AI. Good evening, Brian, DK, and Mike Jolitz. I have a new story for you called Urine Stench Alley. You see, when I would leave work, I had to cross to this alley. It was wretched and made me sick to meself. I mean, come on, all you could smell was body odor, marijuana, and piss. I mean, come on. The whole alley reeked of piss. I would walk by heading to my car and some gypsy was taking a piss on the wall. I could have vomited. These people have no respect. I mean, come on, have a little dignity. That's all for now, gents. I get carried away. Nice commiserating with you. Don't take the mick, boys. Choo Choo Stew AI signing off.
Go.
Very nice.
Choo Choo Stew AI. Ever evolving.
Yeah.
I love Choo Choo Stew AI.
It is cool.
Which, by the way, there's construction everywhere. So I'm driving in construction tonight, and I'm thinking, and I don't want to think about real life. I don't want to think about my job anymore. It's Friday. I don't want to think about the weekend because I got to spend time with my wife. Kidding, Isbia. So I'm thinking, I'm going to put an ad out there And I'm looking for a British character actor that can become a live person on this show. And we are going to call him Choo Choo 2.
Nice. Nice.
If
How about Sean Connery?
I think he's dead, isn't he? Or
dead.
Oh, okay.
Maybe not. Big B knows that's his pool.
Yeah, I thought. Well, no, he's not. Nobody picked Sean Connery in the death pool, but I thought he was dead.
No, but is he alive?
I'm looking now.
The most awesome James Bond of all time.
Right.
Sean Connery.
There we go. Stand by, folks. Radio.
He died in August 31st, 2020.
Oh, not too long ago.
Oh, God rest his soul. Maybe Anthony Hopkins.
Oh, that'd be good.
Anthony Hopkins would be good. By the way, I went over a friend's house 2 weeks ago, and we do this thing every month called Shitty Movie Night, where we watch really bad movies, but they're so bad they're funny.
Yeah.
So we watch really crappy movies. 2 weeks ago, we watched a Sean Connery film from 1972-ish.
Not the man who would be king.
No, it was called Zardos.
Yeah, science fiction, right?
Yes. Oh, you know Zardos.
Yes, yeah.
Oh my God,
that hideous costume he wore.
That he was wearing like booty shorts and fuck me boots through the whole thing.
Right.
And oh my God, the movie was fucking terrible.
Where's my pen?
That movie was awful, but it was so bad we laughed through the entire movie because it was so terrible.
Right.
How do you know it?
I saw it years ago, but just recently in the last 2 months, someone had posted on Facebook about it, and they had that picture with him in the costume on it.
Yes.
I know that. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I can't wait for the trivia portion of Joel's Jamboree on Labor Day.
Yeah, that's going to be cool.
Which is the next main event. We're going to be music trivia. There's going to be movie trivia. It's going to be awesome.
Nice.
But for right now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go into my wheelhouse. Something I have. And will someone please make us a map? We'll pay you for it.
Cave Crew Radio presents Florida in the news.
And I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing, but we're moving along really good. I thought we were going to have to drop stuff. Anyway, this first story Big B is going to tell us about involves a rooftop, Cheech and Chong, and I don't know what else. It's Florida. That's
all right. This first story of the night comes from treasurecoast.com. Headline reads, Man hides on roof to evade arrest, caught wearing a wanted Cheech and Chong shirt. A man attempted to evade arrest by hiding on the roof of a Domino's Pizza, only to be arrested for drug charges wearing a wanted Cheech and Chong shirt. Man's plan to hide on roof goes up in smoke.
Does it taste like dough shit? Yeah.
Last night at 11:39 p.m., PSLPD officers attempted to pull over a vehicle going 20 miles an hour over the speed limit on Walton Road. However, the driver fled and refused to stop, later crashing into a concrete pole at Southeast Mariposa Avenue and Southeast Leonard Road. Again, we need a map.
How do people live through this, though?
I don't know. The suspect immediately ran from the vehicle wearing a wanted Cheech and Chong shirt, leaving behind his stash of 285 pills containing cocaine, fentanyl, marijuana, plastic baggies, and a digital scale.
And I'd still be sober throughout the entire show.
But it was for only recreational use.
Oh, sure.
Oh, sure.
Right. Officers were alerted by a passerby to the Domino's Pizza building, where they found 23-year-old Kendall Lewis attempting to hide on the roof. After a little assistance from our partners at the St. Lucie County Fire District getting back down, Kendall of Port St. Lucie was arrested and taken to jail for trafficking in fentanyl, trafficking in cocaine, possession of marijuana with intent to sell, fleeing and eluding, resisting without violence, and leaving the scene of a crash.
And let me guess, he'll get 2 weeks.
Not with the fentanyl, no way.
Not in Florida either. Florida isn't, with the liberal "we love criminals."
It's not the 80s.
If that was here in New York, he'd be out the same day.
Yeah.
Or in California, he'd be out the same day. Not in Florida.
No.
They don't fuck around.
That's right. And that's it for that story.
Poor guy. A lot of pills, though.
285 pills.
I never knew cocaine or marijuana were pill form.
No, he's got 285 pills in addition to cocaine, fentanyl, and things like that. Cocaine is not in pill form. It comes in powder and rock form, which is known as crack.
Yeah, well, I'm not aware of that. I have never cracked. But anyway, I think when we do the 400th show and we consume cannabis, edibles, or whatever, we should do it in Florida and risk our safety.
Your freedom.
Yeah, like we're in a jail in Amsterdam or something. All right, good one. All right, next one. Well, imagine this. It involves a golf cart. Lots of golf carts in Florida.
Lots of golf carts in Florida. That seems to be the number one way to get around in Florida, apparently.
Not just that, though. It's like, you go to the fair and you go on the Dodgem cars. It's like, I'd be more worried in Florida about a golf cart than a normal vehicle.
Right. I'm waiting. I've never been to Florida, but I would love to go down to Florida, travel on one of the highways, and see how many golf carts I see on the highway.
I've been there I was there when I was little, but I mean, I've been there like 3 times with the wife and the kid. Well, the wife this time. And I never see any of this stuff. It doesn't happen. It's like, it's a Netherland or something.
You have to go to the spots where we describe in our stories. You're going to tourist spots. You have to go to these spots where things really happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's to go on South Mariposa.
I really want to go to the place where they hang those things on the car and it says what you're swinging to.
Oh, that's in like that's the Villages in the
I want to go
wherever that was. I don't remember. But this next story comes from the Leesburg News. Headline reads: couple charged with stealing golf cart from hospital. and Umatilla man and his often arrested girlfriend are accused of stealing a golf cart from Advent Health Waterman Hospital. Officers responded Wednesday afternoon to the parking lot of the Publix store at 2840 David Walker Drive, where a security guard had found the stolen cart. A man and a woman were sitting in it. The couple was identified as Adam Thomas Smith, who's 38, of Umatilla, and his 35-year-old girlfriend, Brenna Lee Harmon of Leesburg. Harmon has a lengthy criminal record and was recently released from the Lake County Jail after a stint for stealing a $169 bottle of cognac from a Leesburg liquor store.
Nice. Hoity-toity.
Harmon was also arrested in August 2022 for stealing a pop socket from an AT&T store.
What the fuck is a pop socket?
The thing that goes on the back of your phone so you can sit there and hold it like this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Officers approached Smith and Harmon with their tasers pointed and ordered them out of the cart. Both obeyed, and they were separately detained. Smith told an officer he bought the cart for $600 from a guy named Travis in Mount
I have a
Laurel.
nephew named Travis. I think he's down there.
That
might be true.
He's buying the cart from a guy named from Mike Jolitz's nephew named Travis.
Travis, yeah.
The officer said the hospital had security footage of the theft, and he looked identical to the suspect. Smith said he hadn't been to the hospital. He also said he and Harmon have been together for the past 5 years, and she was released from jail the day before. The officer then spoke with Harmon, who became defensive before he could ask her any questions. She said she didn't steal the golf cart because she was in jail. When asked how she knew Smith, she explained that she knew him for most of her life and dated him for the past 3 or 4 years. Harmon said she spent 5 months.
We're getting a separation in the story. She's almost like throwing him under the bus.
Well, that's what they do. They're going to be separated for the story, and they're going to turn on each other. Yeah. Harmon said she spent 5 months in jail, and Smith had the golf cart when she got out 5 days earlier.
Right. She's like, wait, where did you get this golf cart? You didn't have this. Oh, I bought it from Travis.
From Travis?
Sorry. A guy named
Travis.
Yeah.
Let's see. As one officer questioned Smith and Harmon, the other deployed his narcotic detection canine partner.
Oh, yes. Nice. Yes, here we go. It's juicy.
I have a question. Canines walk around cars because the doors are closed. There's lots of stuff in there. A golf cart has 2 seats and is open air. Where are you stashing shit in a golf cart?
Under the seat where the batteries are.
I guess, but do you really need a canine to open one box and say, well, there's nothing in there?
Well, they have to go off the dog first, though. The dog says, hey, there's something here, does the signal. Then they could go in, but they can't just open it.
They can because it's not their property. The golf cart is not their property. They stole it. So they can search whatever they want. If it was their private property, then they would need the dog to alert.
Right. What do you think? Yeah.
But as the lawyer on the other side,
right,
it is his. He bought it from a guy named Travis.
Right. A positive alert led to a probable cause search, but no illegal items were found. Officers did notice the vehicle identification number had been removed.
Oops.
Because the VIN was missing.
I didn't imagine there were so many twists in this story.
This is like Days of Our Lives in Leesburg, Florida.
It's like the hills in Tennessee.
Because the VIN was missing, hospital staff and Tavares police came and confirmed the cart was the one stolen from the hospital. Officers said Smith matched the description of the suspect in the video footage. Hospital staff advised the vehicle had been repainted. The side vinyl covers had been removed, and a wood crate was built and installed on the back of the vehicle.
An upgrade.
Wow. They went all out. Yeah. They went on Amazon and eBay to pimp their ride.
Was there spinners and little jingle balls?
They've done so much work on this.
Yeah.
There was dice hanging from the center.
Yeah. I feel bad for them. All that money they wasted.
Hey, they were trying to ride around Florida in style.
Yeah.
The staff estimated the damage to be about $8,000. During another conversation with Harmon, she said she was told Smith had traded a mini bike for the golf cart. Smith was confronted about this, and he said Harmon wouldn't know where he got the vehicle due to her getting out of jail the previous day. Due to Harmon having said she got out 5 days earlier, the officer asked Smith to specify whether it was 1 or 5. Smith said 5, but a check of jail records showed Harmon was released on June 28th, which was 7 days before the golf cart.
See, we're not. If you're gonna pull this crap off, guys, you gotta get your stories together.
But again, look at them. Do they look like they're smart enough to get a consistent alibi?
I have a question.
Please.
What were they doing just sitting in a Publix? Have you ever been to, well, you've never been to Florida. A Publix is like going to a grocery store.
It's a supermarket.
Not much going on.
why would they steal a golf cart from a hospital? And why does a hospital have a golf cart? There are lots of questions in this story.
It could be like security.
They're running cadavers across the
right.
They were charged with possession of a stolen vehicle, criminal mischief, and altering a vehicle's identification number. Harmon was released from jail after posting $2,000 bond. Smith, who has a prior conviction in 2016 for grand theft of motor vehicle, remains held on $14,000 bond.
I guess the other one just stole cognac.
Mm-hmm.
Not grand theft auto.
Right.
What a perfect couple.
Yeah.
Oh, that was lovely. That was lovely. I don't even know what's coming up next, folks. You got to bear with me. Well, this is a good one. Speaking of Moses and the burning bush, what did you hear about this guy?
This next story comes from MDJ Online. The headline reads, Florida man claiming to be God, arrested after touching people, fighting with police, and being tased.
I'm sure it didn't faze him, though.
The Calhoun Police Department tased and arrested a Florida man at the Calhoun Aldi supermarket after they say he touched and prayed over people without their permission and then fought officers while cursing, reciting scripture, and claiming to be God.
This is the best part. You know, whether you're religious or not, that matters not to me. But, I mean, you know, scripture is scripture. But I'm pretty sure it doesn't go along with on the fucking fifth day.
Right. Yeah, there was no F-bomb chorus, in the Bible. I'm sure of that.
Praise be to fucking God, motherfuckers.
As we take this holy fucking piece of shit, tasteless wafer.
Drink the fucking wine, asshole. and go fucking say 20 goddamn fucking Hail Marys for your stupid fucking sins, bitch.
Can you not see the fucking signs? Heaven's that way, you motherfucker.
Where's your fucking cross in this place? Why can't we kneel at a goddamn fucking altar? Where's the fucking cross?
Or as what's her name would say in an Exorcist? Fuck me.
Your mother sucks cocks in hell.
Yeah.
Right. What did they put in the movie on TV? Darn socks or something like that?
Yeah,
I don't know. I haven't seen. That's one of the movies I refuse to watch when it's on regular TV because they have to cut out so much shit.
Yeah, I think it's Darn's socks in hell. I think is what they
Your
say.
mother darns socks in hell. As she sits there with fire all around her.
Is anyone writing that down?
No,
I haven't yet. No.
I will.
Are you right? You want me to write it down?
Oh, I'm writing it down.
Well, there's been 50 things you guys just said about cursing and scripture at the same time.
Yeah, but the cursings can't be in the show notes. That's the problem. It can be in the show notes, not in the title.
Not in the
We
title.
can put the little asterisk symbol or the @ symbol.
We did have one where there was cursing and we did asterisks because it was so good.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was though. According to the Calhoun Police Department and Gordon County jail records, Leslie Floyd Cox of 1030.
Speaking of socks in hell,
and Lisa loves cock.
Leslie Floyd Cox of 1030 East Wintica Street in Hernando, Florida, was charged with obstruction of an officer, simple assault, and disorderly conduct. The incident began Saturday morning when store employees observed Cox appearing to spit into produce bags, and customers complained of him approaching them, touching them, and offering to pray over them. Store employees asked Cox to leave and called 911 when he would not. When officers arrived, Cox was yelling at employees, so officers asked him to leave again. Reports say he began arguing with police, cursing and quoting scripture.
Here we go.
Genesis 15:35, assholes.
So it is written, so it shall be. Thou shalt not fuck thy neighbor's fucking wife, motherfucker.
Fucking John goddamn 3:16, bitches.
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor with a spy cam, you fucking piece of shit. Oh, I'm going to hell after tonight's show. I need to go to church on Sunday. Anyway.
Just don't curse while you're there.
Oh, Lord.
Or if you do, just say you have Tourette's. You get away with it.
Right, yeah.
An officer attempted to place Cox in handcuffs, but a struggle followed, and he was able to get away. During the fight, Cox began praying and claiming to be God. Reports say Cox was greasy to the touch and smelled as if he had not bathed recently.
Oh.
Two officers eventually used their tasers on Cox, but without effect. They then tackled him and held him down until additional police arrived and could place him into handcuffs. Cox was booked into the jail, and state warrants were obtained for his charges. One Calhoun police officer was evaluated for a possible torn ligament in his hip, an injury that occurred during the fight with Cox. Judge Davis Smith witnessing the event, and praised the officers in their handling of the situation.
I have only one answer. Flocka.
What?
Flocka or bath salts?
Flocka, not Flocka.
Flocka, sorry.
Flocka.
Or bath salts.
Could be. And I have a question. Were the officers tested for any STDs or any communicable diseases after fighting with God?
It does not say, but you would have to think that God would not have an STD.
It's like a modern day Jacob's ladder.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, wow.
That's the Tim Robbins movie when he's in a bathtub.
Yeah.
You know that?
No, that has to do with UFOs. But in the Bible, Jacob, the son of Abraham or Isaac or whoever it was, he wrestled God in a dream on a ladder.
Now, there was a story back, God, this is 1995, 96. Anyway, this guy was in a courtroom and his legal name, he changed it to Ubiquity Perpetuity God. And he was he was detained on some charges and stuff anyway. But the news story said that whole part, or God for short, he was getting charged and he picked up a chair and threw it at the judge. So he added more charges. But anyway, that's kind of funny as God. And here he is again. Maybe it's the same one.
God is all around us, they say.
He incarnates. And they always said Jesus hung out with the lowest of the low.
Oh, yeah.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
Now, before you put up the picture of this next story,
yes,
let me prepare everybody for you're going to see the most beautiful woman you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
You will be in awe and ask yourself, how is it possible that this woman committed this crime? It's not possible.
If you have your lubricant of choice available, we advise you to grab it now. This is, she's better than Honey Boo Boo. Trust me. Okay, here we go.
This next story comes from the Villages News, our favorite place.
Yes, the Villages.
Its headline reads, "Man flees home and hides in bush after woman threatens to cut off his genitals." A man fled his home and hid in a nearby bush after a woman armed with a machete threatened to cut off his genitals. Marion County Sheriff's deputy responded at about 2 a.m. Tuesday to the couple's home in Summerfield. They were a couple, ladies and gentlemen. Someone said, that's it. I'm done. This is the woman of my dreams.
Yeah.
The man
and just before you continue on, this is just a side note because I'm noticing a trend lately. There's a lot of machetes. Have either of you macheted?
I've never macheted.
I have two of them.
I'm thinking of like sugar cane or something like
bamboo shoots, something.
Yeah.
Well, I own two, but I've never macheted.
Have you ever macheted?
No, I've never macheted. But I own two of them, just in case.
Never machete.
Good.
So we have a man who said this woman is his dream woman. They want to be together forever. Now, the next line reads, the man who is carrying his infant daughter. They had a child together, apparently.
This is better than the rag doll.
Was out of breath and soaked in sweat. The man said he had been in bed sleeping when 44-year-old Dawn Marie Hildebrandt went through his phone. She smashed the phone and began screaming at the man before grabbing a machete and threatening to cut off his genitals. The deputy found the machete in the living room of the home. Hildebrandt fled the home prior to the deputy's arrival. A second deputy spotted her 2017 Audi SUV on Southeast Highway 42 and initiated a traffic stop.
Oh, so she ran. She bolted.
She bolted in her 2017 Audi SUV. This chick apparently has some cash.
Well, she didn't have looks.
You got to have one or the other, right? I guess.
Yeah, she didn't attract them by beauty.
Apparently not. She said she was on her way to the Marion County Sheriff's Office substation to report the incident. She denied being in possession of a machete. She was arrested on a charge of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. She was booked at the Marion County Jail on $25,000 bond.
You could have made that $300 bond. She probably wouldn't have had it either.
It was all sunk into the Audi, and that was it.
We got a comment here. I bet she's raped and macheted before this as well.
Nice.
Hold while I write this down as a show note.
Yes, someone follows the show. I am so happy when they get the inside jokes. So nightmares, and I'm sorry if we give any of you nightmares, but I don't know how Bobbitt had it done, but I was imagining like a steak knife or something. Can you imagine someone wielding a machete over your balls? You're going to take out my left hip as well.
Yeah. I wonder if dude had found someone better looking or younger. I wonder.
Maybe. Well, this is the thing, Mike, you're going to learn as we go along, is they leave so many gaps that we have no other choice but to
make it up.
Do a jigsaw puzzle of our own.
Now, keep in mind, in the story, it says that she was going through his phone and then smashed it.
Right.
So it could only be that he was on looking at TikTok videos of chicks showing their ass, I guess.
Or jumping on trampolines.
Jumping on trampolines. I like that one.
It's happened where? On TikTok.
Yeah, of course it did.
There you go. Jumping on
everything.
Chicks jumping on trampolines is the new trend, and he was watching it. And she, in her utter disgust, said, "That's it, no more. We have a child. I have my Audi. I don't need your dick. I'm going to take it off.
If I can't have it, no one will."
That's it. I'm taking it off. I'm going to fucking encapsulate it in gel and put it on the mantle. Fuck you. And then she said scriptures.
I could spell it. I absolutely would.
I was going to say that.
I am going to encapsulate that in gel.
Encapsulate. ENCAPSULATE. Mike, can you please write that down?
I'll write encapsulate. Yep.
Right. I'm going to encapsulate that in gel.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was good. If for nothing else, a show note. Okay, what are we at now? Oh, this is a little bit lighter, ladies and gentlemen. This story's
I'm sorry. Bacon just jumped in. He said, "Can we stop using the lube yet? My arm is tired."
Got to work on that stamina, Bacon.
He's not a teenager anymore.
He's a man of advanced age, and he gets tired. It's okay.
Yeah, and he drinks very weird beer.
That's true.
Yes, you can stop now. We've taken down the picture of the hottest woman you've ever seen.
Yes, the hottest woman you will ever see.
You will ever see.
Yeah.
This next story comes from WFLA.com. Headline reads, Polk County man mistakes bird poop on car for white paint. Calls deputies to report a crime.
The only reason I included this was the pure stupidity.
And I have a question.
Okay.
I do too.
I will ask you later. A Polk County man recently mistook some bird poop on his car for white paint and called deputies to report the crime. A Winter Haven man called deputies Thursday morning to report that someone had covered his black Jeep Cherokee with white paint, according to the sheriff's office. But there was only one problem. Deputies quickly learned that the paint was not actually paint, but instead was bird poop, and that no crime had taken place. The culprit was avian, and the substance was what birds tend to do, or do. Deputies couldn't tell if the white paint, quote unquote, came from a flock of birds or one bird who ate a dozen worms that didn't agree with him. Deputies not only told the man that the white paint on his car was actually bird poop, they even cleaned the man's car for him.
Oh, God, what great cops.
The sheriff's office commended the deputies for taking pride in service. Now, my question. We've all gotten bird crap on our cars.
Absolutely. It's just
Spot
probably
here,
some out
spot
there
there.
right now.
Yeah, you get it, a spot here, a spot there on the windshield, it's sliding down the window, the side window a little bit, whatever. How much shit was on this car for him to mistake his black car to be covered in white paint? How much shit was even a flock of birds? They're flying. Even if they all let loose at the same time, the odds that it all lands on that truck to cover it is astronomical.
Yeah. What was your question, Mike?
Actually, it was about the same thing. So, yeah. So.
I mean, and realistically, we all know what bird poop looks like. Yeah. It looks nothing like white paint. Yes, there's white color in it, but there's also like green and some brown and some other purple. I've seen purple in there.
Yes, there was purple on my driveway today. I wonder what they eat when they
I have no idea what they're eating, but it's never 100% white. The fuck makes you think that's white paint?
So again, how is this guy allowed to own a vehicle,
drive
in the first place? And this is the only reason we talk about these stupid things, ladies and gentlemen, is because they're so beyond stupid.
Yeah. Oh, I got a quick story when you guys get a chance.
Oh, please go ahead.
Oh no, you go right ahead, please.
All right. So I was out in California with all my Army friends, including Lincoln Howard, and we were in San Jose at the boardwalk where they had filmed The Lost Boys.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
So I painted the picture. It's daytime though. So we're all walking around, and some discerning bird who did not like my taste in music decided to shit on my Nirvana t-shirt that I just got at a concert like a week before. So, but it was not white. It was not all white.
Right. Yeah. That's the thing.
All white.
Yeah. And I've told the story before when Stu was here in New York and we were going to the Statue of Liberty, we were waiting for the ferry, stopped by a coffee cart, and I'm drinking coffee. A bird shit on his hat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's supposed to be good luck, right? It's supposed to be good luck.
It's good luck for the bird, not the person who gets shit on.
No.
Was the Chinese guy with you, the Vietnamese guy, Mike?
I think he was To Van Cho. Yeah,
To Van Cho
was there. Yeah, he was there.
God, if you could hook up with To Van Cho and get him on, just have some chat with him one night, it'd be so cool.
The stories that man had was amazing.
I'd also like to get links on.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I think what I might do with links is, on Jeopardy they have categories, and every so often they have a video category where the person asks a question or whatever. I'd like to get links to at least do that. But I don't know if he's camera shy or.
It could be the Video Daily Double.
Yes.
All right.
Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, for the Joelitz Jamboree. How are we doing for time here? We're still good. We got Mike reads the news coming up. We only have a couple.
We got two more Florida stories. So
Two more. That's it. All right. Here's a good one, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you enjoy your Japanese or your Chinese food, but be careful with your sealed soy sauce.
Well, if you like Japanese food, in this case, depending on the type of person you are, you may like it more.
Yes.
This next story comes from WRKG, CBS 5.
Ooh, CBS 5.
Headline reads, Florida Japanese steakhouse closing after meth was found in the soy sauce. A Japanese steakhouse in Pace has announced they are closing just weeks after an investigation by the Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office found that some of the soy sauce was contaminated with methamphetamines. An investigation into Nikko Japanese Steakhouse began when 7 people were hospitalized after eating at the restaurant. Detectives did test 2 soy sauce bottles and unopened to-go packets of soy sauce, which came back as positive for meth.
These are the unopened little packages, ladies and gentlemen, that you get in the takeout.
On July 7th, the owners of the restaurant made a Facebook post that said they would be closing because they were unable to sustain the cost to stay open. The investigation was closed and no charges were filed because deputies were unable to determine who contaminated the food due to lack of witness observations and surveillance footage.
Now, number one, you should always have cameras at your establishment. But when you said the bottles, I'm like, okay, could have been someone an employee of the restaurant. But when you said the unsealed little packages, and I'm sure you know, if you haven't seen soy sauce, you've seen ketchup or whatever at various other establishments. Is it not possible it was someone in the soy sauce factory?
Yeah, could be.
It would if it's in sealed packets. The restaurant doesn't make their own packets, right? They would order it from the supplier. So in the manufacturing plant, that's where it would have to become contaminated. So that's why, realistically, no charges were filed against the store, because you'd have to think they're ordering these packets from their distributor. That's most likely where it came from, and the police aren't going to, I don't think, go that far to investigate. So they're just going to close the case and say, yeah, it's not their fault. They were fine. It was wherever they got it from.
But maybe you should take this a little further and investigate the soy sauce manufacturing company. It's the same way. I'm sure they don't stuff their own fortune cookies.
Right. They get them from
the fortune
manufacturer. Yeah. However, according to the investigative report, multiple employees told deputies a coworker was acting erratically on June 9th, the day the 7 customers got sick. The coworkers believed the suspicious coworker unknowingly contaminated the food. However, the report concluded that there was no evidence to back that up. And that's it. The statement goes. There's a statement from what.
So let's kind of fill in the blanks here. So perhaps it wasn't the unsealed soy sauce or the bottle of soy sauce. People just happened to have soy sauce. Maybe the guy was like mixing the rice or the ginsu, and he had this
while he was doing meth.
While he was doing meth in the kitchen.
Okay,
it could be.
But again, nothing was able to be proven, so they don't know.
That's a very uneventful story.
Yeah, no twists, not enough.
It did not have a twist, but this is where it's open to interpretation.
It's almost like a Amish comic story. It just kind of meanders
in your
a little bit and then just stop.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, but he always manages to generate a punchline out of it.
He does, yes, yeah.
He can take a pomegranate and pick out the perfect seed.
Oh, I know.
All right. This one I included exclusively for Big D because I've noticed in 2023 I don't want to call it a fetish. That's not what it is. But he has a fondness.
A fondness.
Of people throwing things at each other.
See, when we read these stories, there's simple assaults with, whatever, a knife or whatever. But we have news of the weird in Florida. So I like when people are assaulted with various other objects.
Yes.
Like
and we need also a chart. See, well, I need a bigger room. We need all these charts, like a detective. I need to know what was thrown at people. I need to know where it was in Florida. I need to know all these things.
Right.
Because I'm getting older and my memory is leaving me.
See, I think the most funny one I found was when the person was assaulted with chicken wings,
Yes,
and they described that sauce was on the face, neck, and shoulder area, as if a bomb had exploded and shrapnel was thrown onto the person. That's how they described the chicken wing sauce.
And see, my favorite, because I could absolutely visualize it, was when the person slapped the other person with a slice of pizza.
Yes.
It's like when you take a towel and you whip someone.
Right. Old school shenanigans have now become assault.
Right. So what do we got now? This is a good one. This one could actually hurt.
Well, this next one, the final Florida story of the night comes from WFLA.com News Channel 8 on your side. Headline reads, Clearwater 7-Eleven clerk arrested for big gulp battery.
Big gulp battery. Excuse me.
A sticky puddle of lemonade wasn't the only thing to be canned from a 7-Eleven store in St. Petersburg late Sunday night. Police said that 35-year-old Clearwater clerk Miles Jenkins got frustrated with a customer overpayment and threw a big gulp filled with lemonade at her. The woman told police the flying lemonade struck her in the left side of the head. 3 other customers in the store at the time told officers they witnessed the battery. Flying lemonade was everywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Authorities said Jenkins also made spontaneous statements admitting to striking the woman with the drink. Officers noted Jenkins had 1 prior conviction for sexual battery out of St. Johns County in 2014. He was promptly arrested and held without bond.
He has raped.
He has raped. We don't know if he macheted, but he has raped. And now he has assaulted with a big gulp. Lemonade went flying. Women were accosted by the sourness of the lemonade, the icy lemonade drink.
It got in one lady's eye.
And that woman will never stop at a lemonade stand again to give to a child.
Right.
A permanent fear of lemons has occurred.
Traumatized by lemons.
Miles Jenkins has caused lifetime of trauma and bad dreams and years of therapy because of an icy lemony beverage.
They always say, like, when you get a bad car or a bad computer or a bad whatever, it's a lemon.
Right.
So when life gives you lemons, what do, boys?
You throw it at people.
Throw lemonade.
Yes. I love when people throw and assault other people with weird shit.
And it's weird because you and I have been doing this show for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
And this is apparently why we have longevity, other than the aid of, Mike Jolitz and Choo Choo Stew through the years. And that dude who had a romance with a chair. But I learned something new over the past, say, 3 months is Big B puts stories in order. And every story that involved throwing something was always at the end.
Right.
It's like his own personal foot fetish.
Yeah.
That's a bit weird, but okay.
But you love throwing food stories and
Right.
toasters and whatever else has been thrown along the way.
Because there, like I said, there are so many stories where there's assaults with, fists, knives,
Toasters.
pistol whipping, the regular assaults that you would normally expect. When somebody gets slapped in the face with pizza, gets chicken wings thrown at them, gets a toaster thrown at them, or a icy lemony beverage at a 7-Eleven, I find it humorous.
Yeah.
I find it more humor than an actual crime.
You're right. It is completely you're right.
Right, but I see what DK is saying about it being kind of a fetish. Like, okay, I'm
Yeah,
saving this
like-
to the end because this is going to get me off. So it's like this is the peak.
Well,
right up
it's
here,
just
you know.
it's just Mike. So what happens is, just so you know, behind the scenes, I go in, I look at all these stories, and I normally go by headlines, and then I send them over to Big B, and Big B will go, "This one's stupid. It's whatever." But whenever I see a story about someone throwing some kind of an object or food at someone, I'm like, bang, hit the buzzer, final answer. Big B will
And
choose
this week I sent him the order, and of course this one was last. And when he read the order, he emails me back. He says, "I knew you would love the big gulp story."
I knew it. I just, but that's good. That's chemistry.
Right.
Kismet.
Anyway, Mike, it's time for you to go back on the podium. We'll do our best.
That's what I want. Yes.
What's the one I always forget?
After the tidbits, it's oh no,
oh no,
oh yeah,
oh no, because it's blah blah blah, and oh no. Okay,
right. So I have 4 news stories.
Okay, wait a minute. You need your.
Oh, no, I'm just letting you know in advance. There's 4 news stories and 2 tidbits. I didn't have a lot this week. I don't
Okay,
know.
That's cool. We it's just so much more fun live.
Right. Hello, Cave Crew Radio. Hello, listeners around the world. Hello, guys. It is now time for Mike Reads the News. Now, ding, ding. Ding, ding. All right. The WNBA All-Star Game is tomorrow night at 5 p.m. Tickets are still available, ranging in price from free to 89 cents for courtside seats. No, that's not yet. There's still more.
Oh.
It's a buy one, get 43 free on SeatGeek. The Kansas City Chiefs superfan who was on the run after jumping bail for bank robbery has been caught. He is not expected to make any games this year. A man won the Miss Netherlands competition this week. If you ask me, he's destined to go places, like maybe a local glory hole. And finally, in the news, Cracker Barrel is losing customers. They dropped 3.2% in door traffic in the last quarter. I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's aliens. And now it's time for a couple of tidbits, guys. They're not headlines. They're just short little pieces of shit. Toby Keith, the singer, has returned to playing live. He's also fighting stomach cancer.
Oh, no.
And oh, yeah. That's kind of both. And finally, in the tidbits, it's more of a local news story, but 16-year-old Bryce got his license, so stay off the streets for a while. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
I'm gonna make fun of your kid.
That's not my kid. No, it's somebody we know. Yeah.
Well, is he one?
Yeah, look out. Oh, no.
It's not one of the not the Cooper family or it's not those guys.
Well, who's the Coopers? It wasn't the Coopers before. It was the other people that we wanted to move.
That was I forgot the last name. I forgot the name right now. But no, this is a family we've known for years. So it's just he got his license after like 4 failed attempts, and
oh god,
just stay away from me.
That's definitely an oh no.
Right.
No.
And that's it for the news and the tidbits.
I really didn't think we'd get to all this, boys.
Hey, real quick, my favorite part of the Talking FLA or any of the news stories you guys find is the write up. I don't know who does them, but I want that job. I want to add in there little inane items like, sauce on the forehead and the right cheek, all that
Well, you
stuff.
mean
Just
the headline guy?
right. Well, who's ever writing it? That's a fabulous job. Just to add in all that extra stuff, or the oft arrested female in that one story. Just little things like that. I would put in there in every story if I could.
See, but that's what we need. Somebody, when these stories are written, we always have so many questions that remain unanswered because they never put in that amount of detail.
Right.
We need somebody like that to add these things into these stories.
Oh,
yes,
absolutely.
100%. All right, we're down to like 10 minutes, Big B. How many of these can you get through?
That's a good question. Let's see. Let's do.
Do you want to pick two?
Yeah, let's do the last one of the news and the TikTok.
Last one of the news and the TikTok. Hang on.
You want to do it in that order, or do you want to switch the order?
Nope, that's fine.
Okay.
Or do you want? I'm fine. You want to do
the last one of the news?
Behind the headlines this week in weird news.
Yeah, you should probably do this one, the TikTok first.
You want to do the TikTok first? Okay.
Well, it's up to you. That's what you were cueing me.
Well, I pulled up the last news story. So let's.
All right, let's. Yep, this is good.
Let's do this
more
one.
Japanese shit. I love this.
Japanese people are really, really freaking weird.
Yeah, let's put more. We need to open up immigration of Japanese people to Florida.
None of this would make news because this is like normal everyday stuff to them in Florida.
Yeah. This is their idea of a major crime.
This first story of the weird news comes from Japan Today. Headline reads: Police in Sapporo looking for serial urinal grate thief.
Right. So in New Jersey, let's put this into perspective before we go any further. They just found like some dude in New Jersey that just killed like 11 people. In Japan, if you're worried about your safety, this is their idea of a serial criminal.
Right. Police in the city of Sapporo are on the hunt for a master thief. Well, to be fair, since no witnesses have seen the crimes as they went down, we can't rule out the possibility that the ongoing crime spree is actually the work of a team of highly sophisticated criminals.
Ooh, a team of people
who coordinate the heists, hitting 16 targets in just the last half of May alone. But it's probably just one guy. Why? Because it's hard to imagine there's more than one person in the world who's interested in the sort of loot that's being made off with, which is urinal drain grates.
Urinal drain grates.
Hold while I write things down.
I was just going to say that.
Not urinal drain grate stolen.
Nice.
I wouldn't dare put my hands in there, even with a glove on.
Images shown in the video provided by the Sapporo city government shows examples of some of the types of grates that have been stolen. With grates with both long slots and round openings have been targeted. The criminal seems to be on an indiscriminate rampage. The most recent deaths have occurred in Sapporo's Higashi ward, where 15 urinal grates were stolen in late May, with another taken in Keto ward during the same time frame.
So 15 grates at once. Like, so you'd be like Kris Kringle with a bag over his shoulder or something.
I have a question.
Well, sure.
Now, here in New York, at least, there's not grates. There's the little rubbery thing with a with a little disc in it that everybody's drunk in the bar, they try to pee on the disc to make it shrink because
the urinal
case. Yes. Yeah.
the best is, have you ever been to a bar where they throw ice?
Ice,
Ice, yes.
And you just try to melt the ice.
Try to melt the ice. That's right.
I go back, I chug 3 more beers just so I can pee on some more ice cubes. The most satisfying thing is I have peed on ice cubes. That I will admit to.
But I guess they don't do that in Japan. So there's great. Now, how are the grates attached to the urinal? Is it
no idea.
screwed? So if it's screwed down, is this person bringing power tools into the bathroom and unscrewing these things? And is he doing it barehanded?
And we need to cue Mission Impossible music right now as he sneaks in with his power drill and his hex wrench.
Right.
Is there a lookout?
Is there a lookout? Right. Good
Is there
question.
a lookout? Great one.
Does he close the door and lock it behind him so nobody else comes in? And if somebody is in the stall taking a dump, does he wait till they're done?
Are you finished wiping yet, sir? He waits until the final flush.
As you might rightfully assume, urinal grate theft isn't something cities in Japan spend a lot of effort on countermeasures for. The grates can be easily removed by hand, and their grossness combined with their lack of desirability to the vast majority of humanity are ordinarily enough to prevent anyone from walking off with them. There's little to no monetary incentive in stealing them, seeing as how they only cost around 1,000 yen, which is probably 18 cents, brand new. While we haven't done much shopping in illegal toilet parts in black markets recently, we can't imagine used grates would sell for very much. Even if you could find a buyer, it's not like the grates are large enough to be worth much of anything to scrap metal buyers either.
So
that leaves vandalism.
Wait.
It's one paragraph left. That leaves vandalism or a very peculiar fetish as the most likely motives. For now, the Sapporo police are asking park goers to report any suspicious persons or missing grates in hope of solving this urine-soaked caper.
Oh my God.
You guys got that one. I don't need to write it.
I am writing it.
Okay, you got it. All right, because you want to get the show name. That's the only reason you're writing it.
If you want to write it too, go ahead. I don't.
No. I've got some good show notes. Is there an underground market for urine grates? Is this what we're getting at?
I don't know. I can't figure this out. I don't know why this would be done. All I know is they sell used panties in vending machines in Japan.
True.
So this is just another thing that they do. I'm sure this guy is bringing them home, licking piss off of them and jerking off.
This is why those people creep me out more than fucking gremlins. I'm telling you.
Right. If you guys ever want to see a super creepy movie, it's from Japan. It's called Tokyo Gore Police.
Ooh.
It'll scar you in a little way because it's just very weird stuff. But their sex stuff is weird, and this is weird too. It's like a horror movie, slasher movie. It's just strange. It's like a karate movie. It's wild.
Well, remember they're the ones that came up with hentai, so yeah, it's gonna be weird shit.
Mm-hmm.
Very good point by Bacon. I was thinking too how Choo Choo Stew AI fit in perfectly with this story.
Yeah. He says, does the urine soak caper take place in and around Urine Stench Alley? Could the missing grates be discarded in the alley, causing the stench? This is very interesting.
See,
there's Urine Stench Japan.
Urine Stench Tokyo 2023.
Yeah. Right. In all the major cities, there's Chinatown, whatever. Now there's Urine Stench Alley everywhere. Every
Do you
major
think
city.
we should have Choo Choo Chang AI?
Choo Choo Chang in with Urine Stench Alley East.
Yes.
Right. Could do news stories.
All right. Last story. Ladies and gentlemen. And I'll preface this story because I don't want to do it after.
It's happened where? On TikTok.
This final story of the night comes from page6.com. For those of you who don't know what page 6 is, it's a section in the New York Post that covers celebrity everything. Headline reads, and I don't know who these people are, but headline reads, Black China's mom, Tokyo Tony, screams about semen.
They have a tradition of naming the children better than anything.
That is interesting.
Tokyo who?
So Black China, the headline reads, Black China's mom, Tokyo Tony, screams about semen, dildos while babysitting Dream Kardashian.
Well, this is fantastic.
More names.
So as you can tell by the headline and the people involved, there is not a talented person in the mix, nor is there a working brain cell. Don't tell mom the babysitter's being extremely inappropriate. Black China's mom, Tokyo Tony, screamed about semen and dildos while watching over her 6-year-old granddaughter, Dream Kardashian. The troubled reality star and Dream, whom China shares with ex Rob Kardashian, were playing with a Google Alexa device when Tony began flipping out over the AI voice not shutting off. Quote, Alexa, get the fuck on, said in a now viral TikTok video.
I thought it was fuck off.
No, fuck on.
Fuck on.
Like, get the fuck on. Keep going. Get on with it. That's what it, quote, I'm telling you, bitch, you better move on. She added, Alexa, what the fuck? Sorry. She added, Alexa, I'm going to punch you in the fucking jaw. Get out of here. Scram. Wonderful influence on a 6-year-old child.
Alexa, I'm going to punch you in the fucking jaw. Do you have any responses from Alexa? Because she usually has some pretty cool ones.
Well, the exchange prompted Dream, who's the 6-year-old child this idiot was in charge of, to inform her 51-year-old grandmother it doesn't work like that, before commanding the device to stop playing that, whatever it was playing. When Alexa then began to inform her listeners that she enjoys curling up in bed with a good book and a warm coffee, Tony responds, and a nice hot dildo and a bucket of cum.
That's better than a bucket of goo.
China, who recently found God, I guess that she found the guy from the previous story.
Nice.
Recently found God and embarked on a life-changing journey. Also hasn't reacted to her mother's social media rant. The former Rob and China star, who's 35, only recently made amends with her mother after years of feuding. In early May, just in time for Mother's Day, China shared a video of her and Tony showing off the Angela tattoo she got on her chest. I'm sure it's riveting. It's huge, Tony told her daughter, whose real name is Angela White. Over my heart, she added. These two are idiots. After
what
the
is
two
the
embraced
real
in a
name
hug,
of Tokyo Tony?
I don't know who these idiots are. I could give a shit. I hope Dream is home with a responsible person looking after her, but she's unfortunately with Kardashian parents, so none of them are responsible and have a brain cell in their head. I hope these two, Tony and China, whatever, hit an abutment and burst into flames on the fucking Florida highway.
Why Paul Walker?
Could give a shit about these two.
Yeah. Why Paul Walker? Not these two. We could just trade Paul Walker for these two.
Yeah,
easy.
Can we trade Paul Walker? He could do another shitty fucking car racing movie. At least he had a little bit of talent. These two are idiots.
You know me, guys. I go a little sideways sometimes, but I'm pretty sure she's as black as African can come. How does she get Tokyo Tony?
No idea how these fucking morons name themselves.
Maybe that's where
bad soy sauce. I'm telling you right now.
Oh my
or they ran a train on her in Tokyo. Who knows?
Listen, we're always looking for new segment ideas, and Bacon has a great idea. New segment. Big B deciphers street slang.
I love it.
I like it.
I could absolutely try to decipher street slang, and if not, I will make it up and make fun of whoever's saying it.
Oh, of course.
That reminds me of what they used to do on Afterburn 739, where they'd have a Kama Sutra, and I don't even know if it was actual positions or whatever, but they'd have stuff like the angry dragon, and they'd explain what an angry dragon is, So, yeah, I would be totally lost on street slang, utterly.
Well, you hear it a lot in New York, and you got to ride the subways, and you just be out and about. You hear all this dumb shit all the time, so you kind of get an understanding of what they're actually trying to say.
Right.
And I watch, I have it on here now, Live PD. So again, when they're pulling these people over, there's a lot of street slang going on. You decipher what they're saying there too. So I kind of get it. I could do that. I could at least give it a try.
All right.
Be fun.
So where we need help, always looking for submissions, Bacon, cavecrewradio@gmail.com. Shoot us 4 or 5, and we'll get Big B to decipher exactly what that means, because I don't have time for it. Mike, do you have anything to name the show?
I did have 2.
All right.
From Big B, I had a shitty movie night. Just thought it was funny.
Well,
also,
good.
yeah. Also have I've never cracked. And then from DK, he asked me to write down, I'm gonna encapsulate that in gel. Maybe a show note.
Okay, so someone spell encapsulate, please.
ENCAP.
SULATE.
Correct.
Okay, it's not so bad. In gel. I like that. That's a great show name.
So I had to.
Now before we go to Big B, I think he's gonna steal my show name, but I'll keep one till the end. I still like your mother darn socks in hell. That was, and for some reason, you guys know me. Weird things captivate me, and I loved a guy named Travis.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
Booty shorts and fuck me boots. Chicks jumping on a trampoline.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
And my show name nominee, but I think Big B actually has my number 1. But I'll throw this out there. Could be a good show note. A big gulp battery.
I like it.
That's good.
Big B, I think you have 6.
5.
Oh, that's close.
And 3 of them come from the very last, not the last story, but the second to last story.
Oh.
So first, I will have a show, a show note, which it may even be too long, but something Bacon came up with. He said, "I'll bet she's raped and macheted before this as well."
That's the way I can write that down, but that's excellent.
Huh?
Good. That was good. Okay, next.
I also had, much like you, a guy named Travis.
Yeah, this is just so simple.
Mm-hmm.
So the next 3 all come from our Japan story. First, urinal drain grate.
Oh, nice. Urinal drain grate. I should probably type this instead of writing it out. But anyway.
And next came from Mike. Urine stench Japan.
Oh, I love it. That might get my vote.
But the one that DK is saying I stole from him, but I didn't say it. He didn't say it. It was in the story, so it doesn't matter. My vote for the show name, urine-soaked caper.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good too. Oh, this is going to be tough. But definitely urine stench Japan has to be the premium show note.
That was good. I like that one.
All right, what do you say, Mike? Urine stench, urine soaked caper. Sorry,
I'm gonna go with urine soaked caper. That's good. It's
but
vague.
I love
and
urine stench Japan. It's almost like we have choo choo, in England. Now it makes me want a Oriental choo choo or whatever they would call it. What do they call a train in Japanese, guys?
Choo choo. No.
Yeah. Ging cow.
Yeah, I don't even know.
For today, gentlemen, this is Ging cow from the banks of Nagasaki.
What does is Bacon out there? Maybe he can add a vote in. I know he was. I don't know if he's still there.
There's still people out there. Oh, I don't know. We got to close up because damn well I got to urinate. Because when I stick to beer, I don't get dehydrated, but I do have to pee.
You just rent beer.
We all do. We all just rent it.
Oh. Let's see.
He says he liked urine-soaked caper.
Urine-soaked caper. Maybe it's my nostalgia. I just like urine stench Japan. Hey, it would be in it. Guys, I know we still haven't done the audio drama about the Weavers, but what about an audio drama about urine stench Japan?
Well, we'd have to build up Choo Choo You or Choo Choo Who.
Choo Choo You.
Yeah, why you?
Right.
Yeah. Choo Choo You spelled Choo Choo Y-U.
Y-U, yeah, Choo Choo You.
Oh, God. We're going to start a poll in Cave Crew Radio in the Facebook page. Do you want Choo Choo 2 or Choo Choo You?
Or both,
Or both.
I'd go both, yeah.
And then they could battle each other. They could battle each other during Jolit's Jamboree.
That'd be good.
How awesome would that be?
Does anyone know, and this is where I'm going to need a little help because maybe Steve Cooper or someone can help us. Maybe your guy out in California that rides a motorcycle, does anyone know any character actors, one that is Oriental and another one that is British, that can do a little show for us and we'll give them t-shirts? It's about the extent of the budget.
I'll try to find a toe boner.
Oh, there you go. He could do
I'll
it.
I look for him all the time, so.
Choo Choo 2 versus Choo Choo You.
I think a sub card on Jolit's Jamboree, that would be great.
With a special guest referee, Choo Choo Stew.
Ooh. Look at that.
Oh, we're sick.
That's like the two Dave Hebners.
Oh, the things that entertain the two Dave.
Remember that?
Yes. I think, did they die?
Dave Hebners?
Yeah.
I don't know. Did they?
There was two of them. They were
there were two
twins.
of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't think they died.
I haven't done a wrestling show for a long time, so. Anyway, Mike, always great to have you live.
That's been fun every time.
If you want to join us next week, just let us know.
Okay.
I
will let you know.
Somehow got something in my eye. I hope I hit the right button.
Is it lemon juice?
Anyway, guys, I got to pee. All right. See you next week, folks. Thanks for joining us.
I want you to pack up and get out.
Get the hell out of here!
Go. Just go. Get out. Get the hell out!
Get out!
That will conclude this evening's entertainment.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
They say, is Donald Trump an intellectual? Trust me, I'm like a smart person.